life was going pretty well. I had 2 children, grammar school, husband who was going to work. Things were going really well. I was really fit and healthy. Never went near a doctor. Children were happy, healthy, doing the usual music, dance and drama. When they told me, they came to the end of my bed and said to me, "You are going to a nursing home, that's it. And if you don't go to the nursing home, we're discharging you from this hospital. And even though you've got no supports, nothing, we're going to discharge you." I was devastated that they were going. I was living with this all the time over my head, that I had to find somewhere to go, had to go somewhere. And during that time we had a meeting with DHS. There was 10 people at the meeting. My mum was there and had to say that she could not care for me. And that was when, at the end of that day, the unit manager stood at the end of the bed and just bluntly and coldly told me, "That's where you're going. Shut up, that's where you're going." I couldn't not believe that that was what had got to in my life. I didn't know that a nursing home took young people. I wasn't expecting, and I didn't cope very well with people walking to my room with dementia and urinating on the floor, some trying to get into bed with you, they don't know what they're doing, person in the next room screaming day and night. There is no language to describe what it does to you here, except helpless for the next 40 years. This is what I'm going to have. I was in bed every day and I had nothing to do. You're very much regulated by their rigid routine, which at times is terrible. It's so confining. It stops the freedom of expression. It stops you from being able to be out in the community, integrating, doing what we should be able to do as a right. Is this the best that I can have? I couldn't see a future. My husband left me. It's very isolating. It goes back to your very tight family unit. And we had no idea about services. We had no idea about anything, where to go, who to talk to. There were no open doors. My relationship with my daughters is solid. In some ways they try to mum me, but the mother-daughter relationship is so beautiful. It's very caring, but they stand up for me and they can't stand to see anything being done against me or that's not being done for me. They both will stand up, and they're not backwards and coming forwards and saying, "Don't do this to our mother." But I didn't know till afterwards that they found it very hard to walk through the nursing home and to see when you first come inside the door and there's a lounge room and there's 20 people sitting in blue chairs who have got who've got very bad dementia, or bad Alzheimer's, Parkinson's with dementia and all those sorts of things, and they would be lying in these chairs with the television on. They couldn't cope with it. And so my children didn't come and see me. While we're in that acute moment, or in that acute time, this is when we need people who come in, who are positive, who can say, "Well, there's this stream, this option," but don't just stick us in a nursing home because it's easy. Don't just throw away the key because the federal government isn't going to pay the hospital stay more than the next amount of time, or they don't want chronic patients. We need your help to stay in our community. Aged care is about end of life. Young people in nursing homes is about preserving life, is about being engaged in life, is about living life in whatever way we can. And we need the nurses and the staff's help to be able to do this. I would never, ever want a young person and their family to go through what we've been through. We were so ignorant. We had no understanding of the systems, of the medical systems and the disability sector and all of those things. We had no understanding. We were never told of any options. So we went in cold. It's a system meant for old age. And I'm a square peg in a round hole, and I've got to say this, I love old people. I love my grandparents. I've got friends in the nursing home. But the most common thing that people say to me in the nursing home is, you don't belong here. Our home is not nursing home. Our home is in the community with the same opportunities as any other person, but just with no steps. We need ramps.